Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right, this bro Aliyah with the servants. And so we're gonna get into another video, right, through the spirit on this beautiful Shabbat, right? US strikes Venezuela and current events, right? Kind of want to just tap into this thing, right? Today through the spirit, right? Because a lot going on in the earth, man. A lot is going on in the earth, right? And the U.S. striking Venezuela is a very big thing, right? That's not a small or minute thing. We can just kind of say, "Oh, that happened." You know what I'm saying? We kind of just kind of overlook that. You just can't overlook that, right? A lot of that involves prophecy as well, right? So we're gonna get into some things, man. So let's go straight into it, right? Straight into it. One of the classic precepts. So we're gonna go to Second Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1. Right? Make sure I'm sharing my screen. All right, so Second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1, it says this. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. So we said we gotta measure the time diligently, right? Observe the times diligently. And when you observing the times, you observing the times that we living in, right? Now there are scriptures, there are prophecies. The Lord say will happen or unfold in the last days, future events. The Lord say will play out. So at this very moment, right, there are different things or different prophecies that's unfolding according to the scriptures that the Lord say will play out, right? And so we're gonna dive in a couple things, and chiefly we're gonna go into right a couple articles, going into this thing, get a couple videos, right, a couple things through the spirit, right? So let's go to verse 2. It says, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we got to understand that Yahweh Shah is coming soon, but before he comes, there are different things, right, that has to play out first. And that's how we understand through prophecy that we're living the last days. And that's why we say, well, we're living last days, because there's different things that's playing out, right? So let's go to first. We're gonna get some things, get some articles. I'm gonna start with some articles, right? We're gonna go to RT News. So let's go to this right quick. RT News, and we're gonna go ahead and get things popping. So one of the first things that happened, right, is it says this. It says before we go into Maduro getting indicted, right? Before we go into Maduro getting indicted by the United States, because he is indicted right now, unless you want to get some article on basically what happened, right? So, all right, there we go. So let's look into this. So this is U.S. Today, right? This MSN U.S. Today says U.S. will run Venezuela after capturing Maduro. So what happened, right? They had some bombings and things going on, right? And all this right here, these articles all fair use. So it says U.S. will run Venezuela after capturing Maduro. Trump says live updates. Okay. So it said the United States will run Venezuela following an overnight military operation where Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife were captured, and explosions rocked the country's capital of Caracas, President Donald Trump said Saturday. So they bombed this place, captured Maduro, and captured his wife. Right? Crazy stuff. It says we're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. Right. So hold on, we gotta stop right here. So this man, right, goes to another country, take their leader, right? Take his wife, and say, well, hey, we gonna run Venezuela. The United States say we're going to run Venezuela until we have a proper transition. So they're gonna control who comes into office next. They're gonna have all control over this, right? But now listen to this. Let's get some scriptures. Before we're gonna get some scriptures, and then we're gonna get this. All right. So hold on, brother. Just came in. Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So let's get some more stuff. Let's get this precept. My bad, Salakim.
What you got?
Go to Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2.
Okay.
And verse number, let's start at verse 2. Well, just go 3. Go to 3. Just go jump to 3.
All right, come on. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse number 3. Can you hear me, King?
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on. All right. Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
All right.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
All right, stop that. Now I want you to read it in the NLT. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Check this out. Can you see it?
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, read that.
It says this vision is for a future time.
Mm-hmm.
It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently.
So right there, start right there. So this is a vision. All these prophecies and things that we're talking about, that the scriptures we talking about, it's a vision for a future time. Right? It says it describes the end. There are a lot of scriptures that describes the end times, describing what type of things going to be going on, describing how people are going to be behaving, describing wars going on. That's what's going on. It said it will be fulfilled. It says if it seems slow in coming, because a lot of times when you see how prophecy unfolds, right? Somebody can say, man, it's taking the time. They kind of ready to get up out of here, right? It may be coming slowly, but wait patiently, right? Keep reading. For it will surely take place.
For it will surely take place. It will not be delayed.
It will surely take place, and it will not be delayed. We have to understand this, right? We have to understand it, just like how, right? In the book of Genesis, right? When the Most High told Abraham that, hey, your children, right? They're gonna go into your descendants are going to go into to slavery, right? Until the times of they're not going to go right now, but until the times of the Gentiles have reached to a certain point. So right then and there, he heard the prophecy then, he heard the saying then, but the Israelites didn't go into slavery till hundreds of years later, to after Joseph, right? To after Joseph. So it didn't happen right then, but it still happened. It might take some time, but it's still going to happen. That's the point. It might seem like it's taking a long time, but it's just be patient. All this stuff is a build up until everything really happens, right? Even when the Lord was getting rid of the people out of the land, right? He got them out of the land little by little. Let me get that. So we can see how when things, let's get that in the it's gonna be in the Wisdom of Solomon chapter. Let me go right. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 8. Wisdom of Solomon 12, and we gonna start at. So when it goes to, we start at probably verse 7. So when we go into the people that was in the land prior to the Israelites coming to the land, and this just to show that the Lord prophesied and told Abraham that this was going to happen, but it didn't happen all of a sudden. It didn't happen just like this, bam, right? It took time, right? So let's go to that.
Wisdom Psalm 12 and 8.
Yeah, start at verse. You can start at verse 7.
Verse 7.
No. Go to verse 3. Start at verse 3.
You're going to read all the way through.
Just start at verse 3. Yeah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, and verse number 3.
Mm-hmm.
For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land,
Right.
whom thou hatest for doing most odious works,
Odious.
odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices.
Now stop the thing. Let's stop there. Let's put on our spiritual lens. Just like how the Lord got those old inhabitants, those old the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites. How the Lord got them up out of the land, right, of the Holy Land, right, because of their wickedness. How much so America gonna be destroyed because of all the wickedness that's going on? Not only the wickedness that's going on here, the wicked leaders that's casting out wickedness and destruction around the world, right? There is destruction coming to this place for sure, according to prophecy, but it's not going to happen all at once. Jump down to verse number 8.
Verse number 8. Nevertheless, even those thou sparedest as men, and didst send wasps, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them by little and little.
So he destroyed these nations by little, and then we came in the land and got them out of that land. So it happened by little by little. Keep going.
Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one
Because
rough
the
word.
Lord, He can do it. He can do it all at once. He can do that, right? He can send instruction right now. Say one word, boom, destruction. He can do that. But keep reading.
But executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou
Mm-hmm.
gavest them place of repentance.
Stop. So just like how he executed the judgment on them little by little, the Lord is executing judgment right now in these last days, little by little, right? And he's why? Because he's given us the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, an opportunity to repent.
Right.
Some brothers and sisters can't be being patient. They're like, oh man, why are we still here? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for Babylon. Hey, the Lord giving you a chance. It's probably some things that you gotta fix right now. It's probably some things you still lacking in, some areas you still lacking in. Right? It's some sins you probably still dealing with. And the Lord like, hey man, He giving y'all a chance. Right?
Hey,
But keep going.
it's like,
Go
can
ahead.
you want to keep going? Or I got a precept I want to bring while you bring that out right
You
quick.
go ahead. You can break it out. You can break it out.
Yeah. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. And it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Mm-hmm.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. See, like the brother was saying, man, you can't be so hasty for on the return of your house shot. You see what I'm saying? Because we got some stuff we still got to fix on this side. And the Most High knows that. It's stuff that we think that we got going on that's good, but inwardly we got to keep meditating on these things. We got to make sure our spirit is right because, hey, we can't say, oh, hey, we're going to get the kingdom, man, but you still got some stuff you're dealing with. And that's for myself as well. We all going through some things, and we got to meditate and we got to examine ourselves and really question ourselves: are we really ready for your house shot to return?
Hmm.
That's the big question.
Hmm. Right. Now that's facts though. That's facts though. So with that being said, right, and very good point. Like the brothers brought out, very mildly, we can't sit here. We trying to desire the day of the Lord, but you don't know what you asking for. Right? You don't know what you asking for. Matter of fact, it was so crazy. Last night, we was watching the movie Apocalypto, right? Apocalypto. If anybody know what that movie is, Apocalypto.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what
good
I'm
movie.
saying? Good movie, right? But if you
Mm-hmm.
notice in a movie, everywhere he went, it was danger on every side. It was danger on every side. He was escaping. He was running from the Mayans that was on his behind. And soon as he possibly got away from the Mayans, here come the so-called white man right in his face, hopping off the boats, guns drawn in their hand. Same thing with the day of the Lord. Right? The day
Mm-hmm.
of the Lord is nothing to play with. You don't want to haste him like, damn, I'm ready for the end right now. I'm ready to get out of Babylon. Hey, we all ready, but we also gotta get ready. Think about that. You saying you ready, but are you really getting ready? Is your spirit man ready? Right? When it comes to your sin and iniquity, is that ready? Is you pure? Is you clean? Right? So the judgment that the Most High have said and how he has placed out throughout the world, right, is not going to come and happen at this very moment because that's mercy. He's
Right.
giving you a chance to repent. That is mercy. It's some people that still not getting it right. Right? You might have heard the scriptures. You might say, well, I don't necessarily agree with that. You never know that more and more, then your spirit start to bear witness. Right? But keep going on that. Let's keep going on verse 10.
I'm read again. But it said,
Okay.
but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou
Mm-hmm.
gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them.
Right?
And
And that's the thing, right? We're living in another generation. We living in a wicked, diabolical, sick generation, right? So it's a lot going on right now. It's a lot going on in these last days, right? So that's it on that. So we want to kind of like go ahead and get to these articles and things like that, cover this up, right? So let's get to this article that we was reading in before we get back to this article, let's harp on the point, right? Where this what Trump said. Pay attention to this. It says this. Read that you see that where it says we're going to run the country. Let's harp on that. Let's harp on that.
Con, it says we're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition, Trump said at a press conference from his Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach, Florida. It has to be Judaist because that's what we are all about.
Con. And that's the thing. That's the thing, though, right? This man is basically he's gonna take right ownership of another country until he feel like it's safe. Until America has made it feel like they're okay with the decision. So they make the decision. But what does that sound like? This sounds like this. When you go to the book of Becky chapter 2, right? And we was just there, right? Let's read this in NLT. Let's read this in NLT. Can you see it, King?
Oh
Now
yeah, I
let's
got it.
now let's think about this. Let's think about this. Read that. Read that.
Con, it's back to him for an NLT. Look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked. By the righteous will live by their faithfulness to God.
But the righteous will live by faith.
That's like,
Right? So it says, look at the proud. They trust in themselves. And let's be honest. If you don't know that DT is a proud man, you just don't you must love someone on the rock. He's a proud man. Hell, America, this whole country is proud. Right? This whole country says, look at the proud, right? They trust in themselves. Their lives are crooked. So what is crooked about this situation that we're talking about, right? What is crooked? So let me see this. Let me send this to this brother. I, hold on, let me keep read that again, King. I'm gonna send this to Elijah this link though.
Come. It says, look at the proud. They trust in themselves and their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to God.
Keep reading.
Wealth is treacherous.
Author says wealth is treacherous. Why is wealth treacherous? Because when you think about wealth and anything involving money, you have greed. So they said they said supposedly, oh, yeah, we coming over there because we trying to deal with the war on drugs. So America, right? Let's keep this in mind now. America, the same place that push dope on its citizens. And if you don't know that, if you don't think we're we just making this up. Everybody know, right? That whole crack epidemic that happened that started off in the 1980s was pushed by the CIA. The cat's out the bag. Everybody knows that, man. It's a whole documentary called Crack on YouTube. You can check it out yourself. It's a whole documentary called Crack on YouTube, right? And look what happened to our people. Look how it destroyed the lives of so many so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It was a war on us. They weren't worried about war on drugs then. They weren't worried about war on drugs when our people take piped up on X pills, piped up on perks. They ain't worried about the war on drugs then. When you had so many children lost their mothers to the crack epidemic, fathers, hell, even kids destroyed. People joining in gangs so they can sell crack to their family members, friends. What was the war on drugs then? Right? But it wasn't until it hit their communities where it had to be a change. Then it's a problem, right? But when it was hitting us and destroying us, they didn't care. So why they care about the war on drugs now, right? That's what they say it's about. But you got to understand all the resources that's over there in the land of Venezuela, right? They got oil, and I'm waiting on the brother Elijah because he was definitely talking about some of these things as well. But I'm gonna keep going though. But keep going though. You keep reading.
Come. It says, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples. Keep going.
Yeah. No, read that. We read that. So like I'm trying to get this brother on. Good. Read that again, King.
It says, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. In their greed,
it says they open their mouth like they are never satisfied. And we think about the wicked, bro. They're never satisfied. They can never have enough, bro. It's never enough, bro. All these different things they got going on is never enough. What's going on? Y'all bear with me, y'all. For some reason, it's not adding a lot. He's on the back channel. I don't even see him.
Oh, did you click the link you sent?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Send him the link that you had got. But I'm gonna read this. So, anyways, it says wealth is treacherous and arrogant and never at rest. Right? They open their mouth as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations. Check that out. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations. So, in the greed of America, they have gathered in many nations. Now, at this very moment, Trump says that America's gonna run Venezuela. It's all out of greed, right? It's all out of greed. But let's go to these different articles, and we're gonna see what this really about, right? Because they say that again. America, they say it was a war on drugs. So what happened during this time here? Right? I'm about to bring this out to share this little information with y'all. So this is another article for fair use, right? Showing you that America had their hand in the drug epidemic dealing with the cocaine and the crack area, right? But they talking about there's a war on drugs with Venezuela. Check this out. And that's what you call a hypocrite. That's a hypocrite. You
Right.
will do this to your own citizens, but then you're gonna say now it's a war on drugs. That's the hypocrite of so-called white men. The hypocrisy of the so-called white men. But check this out. It says this. Check this out, man. It says since. Oh, you can read that, bro. You can see it.
Yeah, I see it. It says on cocaine conspiracy theories and the CIA in Central America.
Right, read that.
It says since its creation in 1947 under President Harry Truman, the CIA has been credited with a number of far-fetched operations, while some were proven the infamous LSD mind control experiments of the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
Others, like the assassination of John F. Kennedy and the crash of the savings and loans industry, have little or no merit.
Right.
In 1996, the agency was accused of being a crack dealer. A series
Mm-hmm.
of exposed articles in the San Jose Mercury News by reporter Gary Webb told tales of a drug triangle during the 1980s that linked
Mm-hmm.
CIA officials in Central America,
Check
a
that
San,
out. Keep going.
a San Francisco drug ring, and a Los Angeles drug dealer.
Now these are cities in America. Now these are cities in America. Now, mind you, all this bombing that they did to Venezuela and all this stuff was focused on a war on drugs. But look what they have done now. The 1980s. Keep reading.
It says, according to the stories, the CIA and its operatives used crack cocaine sold via the Los Angeles African American community to raise millions to support the agency's clandestine operations in Central America.
So stop right there. Stop right there. These people they done sabotaged the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native American community, the African American community, for them to raise millions. Because you got to think about that epidemic, man. It was millions of money, millions of dollars was raised, right, and millions of lives was affected as well. So many women and children was affected, and men affected by this epidemic. It was an epidemic. If you actually go back into it, like when you go back in time and you revisit life before the crack epidemic, but it was so different. Like how our communities was so different. Like I said, y'all just gotta check out this movie called this documentary is called Crack in the on Netflix. It's on there. Y'all gotta check it out. But you will see that it's crazy how they were so concerned with Venezuela, the war on drugs, dealing with Venezuela. But when it happened to what happened to the African American community, they didn't care about it. They didn't shed no tears. They didn't care about none of that thing. All that was going on,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I just want to kind of bring that out so y'all can see that they had a hand in this, because we ain't gonna read the whole article, right? But I just want to bring that article out so y'all can see, like, it's crazy how they concerned about the war on drugs, but yet this happened to the on American soil or American soil. Crazy, it's crazy, right? Let's go to this article, right? This is a Al Jazeera, right? Al Jazeera is another good site because they be dropping some stuff on here too. It's another it's a good site. But go ahead. Let me see what Elijah in the background. He's standing in the background here.
I sent the link.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Come on. It says Venezuela, a not so convert CIA disaster in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Venezuela doesn't even produce fentanyl, but Washington is still going forward with regime change efforts in is that Caracas,
Caracas.
Caracas, as part of its war on drugs.
So check this out. The cats out of bed. They ain't even producing it. But they still going to war over there. They still done snatched this man up and his wife, and they ain't even producing it. So what is it really about? What is it really about? It's about greed. It's about the resources in that land. That's what it's about. That's why they did that to these people. Go ahead.
On Saturday, the Reuters news agency published an exclusive report claiming that the United States is poised to launch a new phase of Venezuela-related operations in the coming days. The report cited four U.S. officials who spoke on condition of anonymity. Two of the officials said covert operations would likely be the first step in this new
There you go.
action against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. He dropped them
Uh,
off. Okay, there you go.
Shalom
Oh,
King. The heck?
you keep dropping them off.
Me too. There we
Shalom,
go.
shalom,
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom.
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 Keep on going with that.
This was less than shocking news given that more than a month ago, U.S. President Donald Trump himself announced that he had authorized the CIA to conduct covert operations in Venezuela. A rather unique approach since one does not normally broadcast actions that are supposed to be secret.
Right. Now check this out now. Right. It's supposed to be secret now. Think about that. He said he broadcasted, but if it's something that's supposed to be secret, why did you even come out to the public about this? But y'all
Right.
we gotta see the play behind this, right? Let's read. Let's keep reading. Keep watching. Keep reading.
It says, anyway, it's no secret that the U.S. has been overseeing a massive military buildup in the region with about 15,000 U.S. troops currently stationed there under the guise of fighting narco-terrorism.
It can't. He disguised it as not narco terrorism. Oh, we send these people over here because it's a lot of narcs over there. There's a lot of drug dealers over there. That's what they say, right? Mind you, in America, you got a dope boy damn near about down a block from down in every major city. Hella dope boys running, jumping, riding up and down the city, throwing money, selling dope, doing all kind of stuff going on, all kind of stuff on. Where's the war with that? All the drugs in Florida, all the drugs in Georgia. Where there's war on that? Hell, they even in Washington State, they even have some drugs they even let you just do willy-nilly. Where's the war on that? So you gotta see the play, you gotta see the ploy. They really just talking that talk. But what scripture is that when they talk like that, right? They talk like they trying to help. They talk like it's, it's not really this, but it's really that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this precept right quick. Psalms 55 and 21. All right. And Elijah, whenever you you know what I'm saying, got some points you gotta bring out, go let me know, bro. I know you had some stuff too.
Come on, King.
All right, read that, Psalm 55 and 21 in NLT. Check that out.
This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21 NLT. His words are as smooth as butter, but in his heart is war.
So we just there for narco terrorism. That's all, because there's a lot of drugs over there. That's what they say. But really, it's war. That's why they said the war. It's a war on drugs. All right, it's a war. That's what it is. It ain't about drugs though. But it's a war going on, and it ain't about drugs. Keep going.
His words are as soothing as lotion,
Mm-hmm.
but underneath are daggers.
But underneath our daggers, oh, we got the CIA a part of this. We got this going on. We got that going on. They kind of probably use big words. They saying all this thing. They kind of trying to butter you up, make you feel like it's safe, make you feel like it's productive to society, that it's just going to change things for the better. But the whole time is war in his heart. Why is the war in his heart? Why do he want? Why? What fuels the war? What fuels his want to go to war? Let's go back to Habakkuk. This what fuels it, right? This what fuels it. The wealth. The wealth fuels it, right? So let's read that in Habakkuk 2:6 in the NLT. Read that joint.
Count it. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6 in the NLT. But soon after, captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, "What sorrow awaits you, thieves?"
So boom, stop. Hold on. There's gonna come a time of these nations that America has Babylon has oppressed. They're gonna soon take up, and this in the NLT, but they're gonna mock this nation, right? They're gonna say, "What sorrow awaits you, thieves?" Because there is sorrows coming to the thief. America Babylon is a great thief. Look what they're doing right now in Venezuela. Oh, we gonna run this. We gonna run this until we feel it's a safe or proper judicial transition. That what they say. Keep going.
Now you will get what you deserve.
Now you will get what you deserve. So as you see these things going on, and you see the destruction of the robbery, the theft of America and Babylon, you got to understand, according to the scripture, it's going to get exactly what it deserves. And that what it deserves is judgment, the lake of fire. That's what it deserves. But keep going.
You become rich by extortion.
You become rich by extortion. Right now they're extorting Venezuela. Right now. Let's forget, because the brother Elijah, he got some stuff on there about the resources and all those things that land. But they going there saying it's about drugs. Okay, keep going.
But how much longer can this go on?
So how much longer can this go on? How much longer is this robbery, this theft, the extortion? How long is it going to keep going on? Right? So it's going to be a time, though, where the Lord, he's going to send out that judgment. Just like how he judged out, and he's doing it little by little right now, as we speak, right now. Little by little. It's going to judgment going to start coming to America. You're going to start to see more iniquity, more dangerous times, famine, pestilence, all kinds of stuff, little by little, right? You just got to see it every year for the, I can say, every year since the C-19, every year, right? The C thing, y'all know what I'm talking about. Every year since that happened, something has happened. In some shape or form, whether it been some type of war, some type of this, or some type of that, every year. And it always happened usually around January. The beginning of the last fake New Year's, they had that whole thing go down in New Orleans. Wild stuff. With dude that had rent, is a lot of judgment going on. But again, little by little, you just gotta see the motion of the Most High. But you had something on Elijah, you got it.
Yeah, I just had one thing to bring out shalom to the brethren. We back at it again. Hey, the Most High don't. Yeah, can you hear me? The Most High don't stop, man. His work, man. He's laying these other nations out like dominoes, and he about to knock all of them down, man. So give me give me Psalms 58:3, because these people go up about the earth telling lies, wreaking havoc, and just putting all kind of folly in the earth and confusing everybody. They use their propaganda, they use their media to make us confused, man. So we don't know what's going on. We thinking everything is about drugs, but it's more than that. Read that, King.
This is Psalms 58 in verse number 3.
Mm-hmm.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
The wicked is estranged from the womb. The wicked is Esau, Edom, the Edomites, which are in the Bible. These are the other nations. All the other nations are wicked because they don't follow the Most High God. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Speaking lies. These propaganda they put out. They want to conquer everything. They'll throw out a lie so we can all be confused, and they go back and have their hands behind their back and go backdoor everything they want by stealing and conquering. They still doing this. They took this man in captivity. What kind of message is this sending the world? That you can literally go in another country, take a president, a live standing president, and his wife, which they took her in captive, took her and brought them to America, and now he's subject to American laws. How Babylon has just want to control everything. So we know who's in control right now. Give me Job 9:24 and 9 and 24. Because now we know, now you should see who's in control of this earth. And the wicked, which we're going to bring out, is in control of this earth, which I have said, they speak lies. Read.
This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24.
Read.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Uh-huh.
He covered the face of the judges thereof.
Right. He covered the faces of the Israelites, who are the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Read.
If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is it? Who is this wicked? It is being showed on your media sites right now. The news is blowing up right now. A president has been taken in captive, and this country has been taken over by the United States, which is Babylon the Great. You can't deny what's going on the news right now. This is world news, and it happened while everybody's eyes were shut sleep. All right, King, I got that 2 links down in the chat for you if you want to pull the second one, so we can go into some of these resources that's in Venezuela. We want to know why Babylon the Great wants the resources from this country and why they are so interested in this country. It's things there that America wants, and they want to take. They want to take it to their own, and they want to get rid of all the rulerships in that country. I did not know, doing my research, that Venezuela has more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest oil distributors of the earth. But I didn't know Venezuela has more oil than Saudi Arabia. Your Arab, man. You got that, King? It should be at the bottom one in the private chat.
You see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can scroll down. This is an article right here. This is a new this article, not that old. It said all the world's oil reserves by country in the one visualization. Scroll down, King.
We click them ads though. Click that X off.
Yeah, knock that ad off. All right, this is a graph showing the oil reserves of the world. You got Saudi Arabia is 267 billion in oil reserves. Scroll down. You see America at the top, Babylon the Great, 45 billion. We don't have that much oil reserves. Go down, King. That's Venezuela. 303 billion barrels of oil reserves. So we see why Babylon the Great wants their hands in this oil reserve. You know, give me Revelation. One more precept, King. I'm gonna let you have. I'm gonna let you dwell on this. Revelation 12 and 12. Revelation 12 and 12, because Edomites know the evil and the devil of the earth and the wicked of the earth know they only have a short time. Read.
Come on, it says, this is Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Right.
For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath.
Right.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Hey, Babylon the Great knows it has but a short time. The economy is failing. The people are against each other. It's like mirror clay and iron together. We don't mix. It's nothing going right for the Babylon the Great. So he know that he has a short time, and he know he has to do what he do best: steal, lie, and take, and captive, put people in captive, and try to stay on top. I'm gonna leave it at that, King. But it's more to it than that. But if you look at these graphs,
yeah. And Salaki, can I add on precept to your point, Elijah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, pull up Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Because this right here, we got to understand by the prophet Nahum. He let us know that this nation, this current nation, Babylon the Great, is full of lies and robbery.
Right.
And this is stuff that people don't even read, man. Like, this lets you know. Like, right, but go ahead and bring that out.
Hey, Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. All right. Woe to the bloody city.
So he says, woe to the bloody city. The reason why it's a bloody city is because they have killed so many of our people, millions of indigenous people, our people, our Gadite brothers, sisters, Reubenite brothers and sisters, all of them. They had this land. Keep going.
It is full of lies and robbery.
is full of lies and robbery. They will lie to you to your face. They want to tell you what they want to let you know about what's going on in their world. I mean, hey, they claim it's their world, but really it was stolen. So they be willing to lie to you of what's going on in the world. They don't want you to know what's going on as much. They'll just give you a little bit here and there. But keep going.
The prey departed not.
The prey departeth not. They prey on all these other nations to see what type of resources they got. Let's see what we can get from them. Let's see how we're gonna infiltrate whatever they got going on. And that's what's going on right now. The Most High is allowing you to see and let you know who the wicked is. But I yield, man.
Simple as that.
I'll praise him.
That's right though, man. Brothers bringing out mighty points. And I want to get this precept right quick in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27, because when you see what's really going on, right, just to add to that point, you see that also it's greed. You know what I'm saying? It's greed, bro. It's greed that's going on, bro. It's greed.
That's good precept.
Right here, Psalms 15 and 27. Bring that out.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse number 27. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house.
It said he that's what?
He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house.
So when you greedy of gain, when you trouble your own house, so whose house in trouble? America's house is in trouble. America's house is in trouble, man. Destruction is coming to this place.
Right.
That's what's going on, bro. It said, and then matter of fact, I was gonna check it out in the NLT, but I like that better in the KJV. So basically, though, when you see this, when you see what's going on, right, you see that because of greed, nothing good comes from greed. That's the point. Back in the priesthood we brought out in the book of Habakkuk, it was talking about how, this place getting rich off of extortion. Nothing comes good from greed. So it said with this priesthood, it says he troubled his own house. So what happens with that when this what is this spirit that Lord is putting on Babylon? This spirit of greed, this spirit of I want to have more. What is that causing to happen? Because before we got another article too. Elijah, when did you want me to get that first one that you had? The first one
is just the history of Venezuela. Showing if you pull it up, it's showing where the most religions are in there, which is I think is Christianity and Protestants, Catholics. So this whole country is conquered by Spain and the European nations. So it's just basically showing that. You can get your precept though. We'll go through it and we'll read down on it.
Okay. Con. So let's go to this. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, and let's deal with this right quick. It says this. Go to verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 19 and verse number 12.
No matter of fact, go to verse 14. Just jump straight to the point. Verse 14.
Verse 14.
Isaiah 19 and 14.
On the Lord had mingled a preserved spirit in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit.
So because of this spirit that he's putting on Egypt, America is also Egypt too, right? It's spiritual Egypt as well, right? When you go to the scriptures and understand, right? Pursuant to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, right? You got Revelation chapter 11 and 8, right? Letting you know that this is Egypt, right? But pursuant to this, and we seeing this is Egypt, right? It said the Lord put a perverse spirit, right? And that perversion, that freakism is causing America to err or to mess up in every work, right? It says this. It says, I'm reading this in NLT, the Lord has sent a spirit of foolishness on them. So all their suggestions are wrong. They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. So what is this going into? The Lord put a foolish spirit on Babylon. And why is this a foolish spirit to go after Venezuela? What is foolish about this decision? Right? What is foolish about this suggestion, this idea to go bomb Venezuela, capture their leader, right, and then go to then take his wife, right, and indict him in New York City? What is wrong with this? Let's go to it. This is why this is a foolish decision. This is why this suggestion is wrong. This is why America is errant. Of course, we know it's the Most High that's doing this, but we're going to show you why this is such a bad idea. Check this out. This is why. Read that title.
It says, oil, arms, and long-standing ties. What connects Russia and Venezuela?
So stop right there. The reason why it's a bad idea is because Venezuela and Russia have ties. Read that.
Deepening cooperation across several sectors has brought the two countries closer as allies.
Now, you gotta see the play. You gotta see the play, right? You gotta see the play. It says they're closer as allies. So Venezuela and Russia as allies, right? So boom, and brother Elijah just put you on game with that chart that he brought out, showing you that Venezuela got. If I was mistaken when I seen it, they had the most oil out of everybody.
Right, more than Saudi Arabia, and we know the Ishmaelites run the oil industry, but we see I'm learning today they don't run the oil industry. It's Venezuela, so we're seeing that through the graph that we see that what I just put up.
And Salaki, that goes back. You see how they lied? They try to say that they got the most, but really deep down they know they already know Venezuela got the most. They're just not going to tell. They're not going to tell everything, and that's just how America is. See, that's why you have to look things up for yourself. But they realize that with smartphones, our people ain't finna look this stuff up.
Right. Our people are in Venezuela, but they understand that's the Deuteronomy curse. It falls on Deuteronomy 28 too, because they're gonna be served their enemies. All right, in the land they know it's not. You can go ahead, King. I'm gonna let you finish off with your thought.
Nah, good point. Good points though. That's good points. That's all good points though. That's all good points. All good stuff. All good stuff. And matter of fact, what's so crazy though, because Elijah, you touched on something that we gonna revisit that. When you bring out your that article, you know what I'm saying? We gonna revisit that.
Yeah, it's a Wikipedia one that says the history of Venezuela, and I have another one with the religion, the two religions that they go into. You can do the history first.
Okay. Come on.
Put that up.
We'll go ahead with this so Paul, you can see it. Yeah, read that.
It says Russia and Venezuela have strengthened cooperation areas including energy, defense, and trade in recent years. As both countries have faced prolonged Western sanctions, Caracas has become one of Moscow's most vocal supporters over the Ukraine conflict.
Keep going.
Expanding diplomatic and economic ties while opposing measures imposed by the U.S. and its allies. The Kremlin recently affirmed its backing for Venezuela amid renewed American pressure on the South American country.
So boom, stop right there. Right now, we're not gonna read this whole article, right? We're not gonna read this whole article, but here you see what's going on, right? You see the play. I'm led to believe, and I could be wrong, but I'm led to believe that Russia is gonna help Venezuela. I don't know how. I can't say. I don't know. I ain't gonna say. I don't know. I could be wrong, right? It might or it might not. But they are allies. They have ties. They have energy ties, defense ties, and trade. So you got energy, defense, and trade, and you think they ain't gonna do nothing about this? But I could be wrong though. You know what I'm saying? I speak as a man when I say that. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta understand that the Lord say in last days, right? There's gonna be wars going on. There's gonna be destruction going on. It's saying that he says that all those that's around Babylon, round about, be in the boat. And when you think about it, geographically, where Venezuela is, that goes to all America's, Babylon's enemies all around them, right? They have made an enemy of Venezuela at this moment. Venezuela said, hey, we at war with America. So it's just a matter of time, right? And I was talking about this, matter of fact, like the brother Elijah just said, we was talking about this not too long ago. And now this going on. So I just say it's a matter of time. But hey, we just gotta see. We just gotta keep watching, tapping in, and we'll see what the Lord got in store for this place.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, get that article, King. I'm finna blow everybody's mind on this one.
Which one?
The history of Venezuela. You just gonna read the first part of that. That first history. I know some of those words. Sapar, they kind of, then they probably be in Latin and whatnot. So just try to sound them out best you can. Read that. This is the Venezuela history. Read that. The first part, the first paragraph.
The history of Venezuela reflects events in areas of the Americas colonized by Spain starting 1502.
1502. Start right there. 1492 is when the conquering started. Go ahead.
Amid resistance from indigenous peoples. Led by native Cacus.
Keep going.
Such as Guacalapuro and Tamanoco.
Right.
However, in the Andean region of western Venezuela, complex Andean civilization of the Timoto Cuaca people flourished before European contact.
They flourished before the Europeans came and conquered them, which are the Spaniards or the conquistadors. You see that word up there? Aliyah. It says that first native, say native Caciques. Click that for me.
Yeah, Caciques, yeah.
Yeah, click that, and we're gonna figure out who these people are. They natives. Let's see who they are. Click it, just click the whole thing. Read that first part, King. We can find out who they are.
It says a cacique, sometimes spelled as Kazakique. This Portuguese feminine form was a tribal chieftain of the Taino people.
So the who?
Of the Taino people.
There are Northern Kingdom Israelites in Venezuela. These are our people, man. These are our people. Yes, they have been mixed and mingled, which we were spread through all four corners of the earth. Right. This little research right here that we just did, all Wikipedia can show that the Israelites are in Venezuela, and they've been conquered, and they've been colonized, and it's still going on today, King. You go ahead and back up off of that, but you can click the other one if you go back and see who the other people are. They could be the same natives.
And this is just a simple Wikipedia post, man. Like this is something you see firsthand if you just type in Venezuela.
Just right. If you go back again, Aliyah, and just look at that picture of that. Look at that dark skin.
I'll definitely see that. Yeah, it's a color, man. Hey,
look at that dark skin on that, man. Come on, man. And they look in 1781, they rebellion against the Spanish rule. They rebelled against, they didn't want them to conquer them. It said before that they flourished before the European came. All right. So all this history is out in the open, people. Y'all got to open your eyes and see this stuff. All right.
They robbing and stealing from our own people.
Right. And they ain't flourishing now because the European came in there today and took their damn leader out of there. And his wife. So if they can do that, they can go into any country they want, take whoever they want, put them in subjection like they did the children of Israel. I don't know Maduro's, the president's history, if he an Israelite or not. I haven't dug into that, but he could so-called be a so-called Northern Kingdom brother. We don't know. We don't know with all the mixing and mingling going on down in that area with the conquistadors and the Spaniards. We don't know. But you can back off and you got it. You can drop down and get their religion. Let's see what the main two religions are these Tainos, which, are now called Venezuelans. What they practice now.
And I just want to just let them back on that. You got to do your research, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really see it, if you like the brother brought out and we're gonna probably go do another lesson on this, but you can see that the Taino, bro, they are our people though. The Taino Indians, they are our people. So we probably gonna do something, but we gonna go in depth on this, man. But hey, the brother bringing it out now. The brother bringing it out. All right, so let's go to this religion one. Let's see what's going on. Okay, you can see it.
Yeah, read that first. Those first 2 paragraphs, King. The religion of Venezuela.
It says Christianity is the largest religion in Venezuela, with Catholicism having the most adherents.
Right.
Venezuela is a secular nation, and its constitution guarantees freedom of religion.
Right, kind of like Babylon the Great. Read.
Before the arrival of Spanish missionaries, the people
read that
residing...
again. Hold up, King. You can't go over that. Read that one more time. How did they become a Christianity and Catholicism nation? Read that again.
It says before the arrival of Spanish missionaries, the people residing in the territory of modern-day Venezuela practice a variety of faiths.
Right. So you know who, with the stone, those lunar stones, we know what the Tainos practice. They was following out of 2nd Esdras 13 and 40 on down. We already know they was doing the Most High laws. We already know.
Check this out.
Read that, King. It's deep, man. It gets deep.
There are small but influential Muslim Druze, Buddhist, and Jewish communities.
And what?
Jewish communities.
Hold on. So we gotta click this. History of Jews in Venezuela.
The history of the Jews in Venezuela dates to the middle of the 17th century, when records suggest that groups of Marinos, Spanish and Portuguese descendants of baptized Jews suspected of secret adherence to Judaism lived in Tucacas, Caracas, and Maracaibo.
This guy right there, you good.
All right.
I wanted to say that because you just want to keep in mind though. They say that, okay, boom. When you go back to it, it says they was practicing a variety of things, right? They was practicing a variety of things. So we look back and we think about it, right? We know that these people that they derive from the Israelites. So now we not talking about, you know what I'm saying, because there probably was some small hats, you know what I'm saying, that came through. But I'm led to believe that there were some people that still knew the tradition of our heritage, which we are the Israelites. You know what I mean? But y'all got it, y'all brothers got it. Y'all keep on cooking, man.
Yeah, that's a deep. It goes deeper than what the naked eye, as far as our people can see. If you don't have your spiritual eyes on, this is a spiritual thing. Everything the Most High do in these last days is spiritual. And give me one precept that way with this religion. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Because the children of Israel were going to be carried away in other lands and serve their enemies, and they're going to serve other gods. God already prophesied on these things. So these people in Venezuela, our brothers and sisters, most of them Tainos, are the children of Israel. All right? Read that, King, when you get it.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 64.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Right.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Right.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Right.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Mm-hmm.
Even wood and stone.
He said, even wood and stone. We already know what this wood and stone symbolize. The wood symbolized Catholicism and Christianity. And the wood, the cobblestone, which is the Muslims. And if you went back to the article again, Aliyah, it had something about them having Muslims there in that land as well. So we was going to serve other gods in these other nations when we was spread out the 4 corners of the earth. This is all prophecy, man. And if you drop down, one of the curses is we were not going to enjoy our lands. We're not going to enjoy the fruit of our lands.
Yeah,
all this stuff is prophetic. Yes. And we're going to be the tail and they're going to be the head. All this prophetic, man. all this is playing into the Most High's hand, and He's playing this thing out right, so His kids can come back, His children can come back to Him and keep the commandments.
And Salakia, to add on that, you see how even with our people trying to fight them back, the Most High didn't even give us the power to fight them off. He allowed that to happen, and people don't realize. Some people don't realize that you can have all the might in the world, you can try your best to defend yourself and keep them from trying to conquer your land, but it's prophesied in the scriptures. If you would read, it lets you know it was bound to happen. There was no way to go around that. So that's why it's important to read these things and know, why did it happen? The Bible's going to tell you the answer why it happened. Because the Most High allowed it to happen. We didn't have that might to overcome them, because they were supposed to overcome us because we broke God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
And I'm gonna add something just to go into that to show something. This crazy part too right here. It says this, and they, you know, you gotta see through the plays too. Check this out. It says in Venezuela, right? Because it's going to the breakdown of the different, you know, religions they got in there. But it says in Venezuela, a population of Santeria followers have been growing since 2008. Right? Rituals in Santeria include slaughtering and well, whatever. Y'all know how that go. Right? So what you gotta understand is, when you think about Santeria, a lot of people don't know that Santeria. First of all, I'm gonna read up. I meant to read up. It says Venezuela is also notable of its significant syncretic religious traditions. So if y'all don't know what this is, I brought this out in another class. Syncretism. That's what it is. It's syncretism. Syncretism is when you take something from another religion and you merge it with another religion. That's syncretism. That's what it is. You merge elements from one religion, components from another religion, and you incorporate it into another. And it says it's notable for this. One thing about the Israelites, they known for doing wicked things of that nature, taking wickedness from other ideologies and incorporating it with our own. And one thing secret Santeria comes from is it comes from Ifa. It comes from Ifa. But who's the ones that participated in Ifa? The Yoruba people. There's some Yoruba people are what? They're descendants of Israel.
Right.
So you see the connection with our people, bro. We have a connection in wickedness. That's sad to say, but we have a connection in wickedness, bro. Because when you think about the curse that the brother just brought out, the curse that Lord said was going to be on us, we was going to be serving other gods. We was going to be bound down to other gods. The same thing. We doing the same thing, right? The same thing Lord said we would do, right? And all it comes back from what? Our disobedience, right? That's why you got dang Israelites in Venezuela. That's why you got Israelites in Yoruba and Nigeria, and you got some in America, Canada, China. We all over the world.
That's right.
Why? Because we broke the commandments of God. I just want to bring that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got any more articles to bring out?
Yeah. So
I think I sent you one when he said Trump said he was going to take control over over Venezuela until further notice. So he's actually he's going to use the so-called American laws down in Venezuela now if he want to take control of it. So that lets you know he has troops on the ground there to put things in place where he said he's taking control. Don't just think he's going to leave those people there and take their leader and just let them be. He's going to take control because he wants the reserves that's there. He's taking, he's and all this to build up his kingdom, man. He's doing this all for his kingdom and build up his economy, So the children of Israel is always going to suffer until they come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Our people down there rejoice. You got Venezuelans right now having a good time that he got taken out of his house while he was asleep. They rejoicing, man. They believing into this manipulation of America, man. They believing that they're in a better place when Babylon the Great come and take over and swoop down like an eagle and take their resources. They're happy about that thing, man. It's all over the news, man. You can't deny it.
Hold on, y'all. I might have some more stuff. This. Hold on, bro. Y'all, we gotta get this. We gotta get this, bro. I was finna go to this, what you was talking about though, but you gotta check this out. We gotta check this out, fellas. Check this out.
Says Cuba and Colombia respond to U.S. strikes on Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Caracas has accused Washington of attempting to seize the country's strategic resources and topple the government.
See that? Everything we telling, they send it. The Caracas people send it themselves. America is tempting to take their resources. That's what's going on. It's not about no drugs. It's about them resources. Like the brother just brought out. This man is trying to build up his empire. But that goes back to what? Right? It goes back to Becky, that nation that's proud, bro. It gotta have more and more. It gotta have more and more and more and more and more. Right? Let's keep going on this article. This is crazy.
It says Cuba and Colombia have expressed strong concern over an apparent U.S. attack on Venezuela after several explosions were heard in the country's capital. The statements came on Saturday morning after several blasts in Caracas, with reports of warplanes, helicopters, and potentially drones operating over the capital. Venezuela's government said it was the victim of a grave military aggression by the U.S., accusing Washington of striking civilian and military locations in Caracas and the nearby states of Miranda, Arguay, and La Guerra.
Right, so stop. They didn't just do that. They did Caracas and the nearby states of Miranda, Araga, and Liguria. So they strike 4 places. This is crazy. Let's keep going on this.
Says U.S. President Donald Trump later confirmed that the U.S. had carried out the attack, stating that Washington had captured and flown Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel said that his nation denounces and urgently demands the reaction of the international community against the criminal attack by the U.S. on Venezuela.
Bruh, let's keep going. We're going to go to the scriptures right after this.
He added that our zone of peace is being brutally assaulted. State terrorism against the brave Venezuelan people and against our America.
Keep going.
Colombian President Gustavo Petro adopted a more cautious tone, saying his government was observing with deep concern the reports of explosions and unusual aerial activity recorded in recent hours in Venezuela, as well as the consequent escalation of tension in the region.
So these nations, right, they out here, they're speaking out against this, man. They saying this is criminal, this is wrong, right? But this is the type of actions that a devil such as Esau would take, man. Right. They go to lengths like this, right? Now let's go to this precept. The brother we had. Let's go back to Habakkuk. We was reading on that a little bit. But I'm gonna read this in the K. I want to get in the KJV right here. It says, matter of fact, we actually didn't read this portion yet though. So go to that right there, 2 and 7. Habakkuk 2 and 7. You see that?
I'm on it right now. Oh, you got it. It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Shall they not rise up and suddenly that shall bite thee? and await that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
So hold on, just keep this in mind. There's going to come a time, right? Remember, we started off in we started off in this chapter, right? And we was talking about, about the prophecy that's going to come, that's going to happen, even though it might come slow, right? It might not come when you think, but be patient because it's going to happen for sure, right? Now, as we keep reading, we saying this: shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? So there's going to be nations that's going to rise up and they're going to bite America. Now let's see this in the NLT. Let's see what it's talking about in NLT. Let's see what it's talking about. Let's read that. Read that in NLT.
God, back at 2 and 7 in NLT. Suddenly your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and helpless.
Check that out. So there's gonna come a time that they're gonna take what a Babylon America has, right? That's why we gotta think about again the destruction that's coming to this place. It says it's gonna leave what? It said you're gonna stand trembling and helpless. Trembling and helpless. Let's go to some more precepts. Come on, we finna go. We finna go. Let's go to this Jeremiah. Right, you gotta understand because of the wickedness, right? Because of the wild wicked things that America is doing, bro. They gotta pay for it, bro. It's just a prophecy. And prophecy gonna get fulfilled no matter what you say about it, no matter what you think about it, right? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50 and let's go to verse 9. Jeremiah 50 and verse 9.
It's Jeremiah 50 and verse number 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the
Now,
north
hold on.
country.
It didn't say a great nation. It's nations are going to come against Babylon. More than one country, right? And the Lord is building up Russia. He's building up China. He's building up North Korea. These are the great nations that's going to come against Babylon. But keep going.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
Mm-hmm.
None shall return in vain.
And you got to think about it. Now, these by America making an enemy out of Venezuela, now it's making an enemy of Cuba, right? Even Russia already don't like America, but now you already know Russia got something to say about it. You already know. It's just a matter of time. Just keep just keep watching. I'm led to believe, right? Even Colombia has something to say about it. But let's keep going.
Verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers.
Hold on.
Read again. Verse 11 or 10. Oh, you got NLT version.
Go to verse 11 in NLT. Check this out.
Jeremiah 15 verse 11 in the NLT. You rejoice and are glad, you who plundered my chosen people.
You who what?
Plundered my chosen people.
So it's telling you Babylon because you plundered, bruh. Because they plundered God's chosen people. The brother Elijah just brought it out for you. Let you know who Venezuela is. Let you know that they the sins of the Israelites. So here we see Babylon, they oppressing Israelites in America, they're oppressing Israelites in Venezuela, and they just all over with it. They don't give a damn. Right? But because they did such a thing, Babylon will fall. Read that, it says Babylon sure fall. It didn't say Babylon might fall or Babylon could fall. It said it's sure fall. Keep going.
Verse 12, but your homeland will be overwhelmed with shame and disgrace. You will become the least of nations, a wilderness, a dry and desolate land.
See, this is going to happen to America. That's the same thing that it just said in Habakkuk when it said you're gonna be trembling and helpless. Same thing in Jeremiah. He said you're gonna be the least of the nations. You're gonna be willless. You're gonna be a desolate land. This was gonna happen to Babylon because of the atrocities, because of the wickedness, man, because of the greed. Right? Keep going.
Because of the Lord's anger, Babylon will become a deserted wasteland. All who pass by will be horrified and will gasp at the destruction they see there.
Man, it's gonna be destruction. It's gonna be horrifying. Why? Could this place gonna be utterly wasted, man? Oh man, all right. Let's keep going on 14. Then we gonna get up out of here because that we can keep going, bro. But just go.
It gets good. It gets good. Verse 14. Yes, prepare to attack Babylon, all you surrounding nations.
All you surrounding nations. We just geographically look at all the enemies that America is making right now at this very moment. It's surrounded by enemies. That goes back to, again, what we were saying about how the Lord put a perverse spirit on Babylon, making them err, being drunk in every word, making them make mistakes, foolish decisions. Right? Read.
It says, let your archers shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord.
So check that out. Because she has sinned against the Lord, it says spare no arrows. And those arrows are the missiles. They not gonna spare no missiles. They gonna let it go.
They ain't got all the missiles for nothing.
Yeah.
Thousands on it. They ain't got them for nothing.
God.
And keep going. Oh.
Nah, yeah. Read 15. We gonna leave that there. 15. Read
15. Jeremiah 50 verse 15.
That's going into what she deserved, though.
It says, shout war cries against her from every side. Look, she surrenders. Her walls have fallen. It is the Lord's vengeance. So take vengeance on her. Do to her as she has done to others.
See that? Do to Babylon as she has done to others. And I'm gonna leave it with that, man. Just think about all the things. There's so many things, a long list. Right? Even they got a list of it tell you there's list of ops that you don't even know about even happen, missions that you don't even know about it happen. It's a list of them where America has went and infiltrated different nations and did all kind of backdoor stuff you don't even know about. Right? Those things that they have done to all these nations gonna be done to it. But y'all had anything else?
I got 2 precepts. Give me Obadiah 1, and we're gonna jump down to number 5, verse 5.
All right.
You can go fast with it, because we got to bring this out. Because we got to know these. Yeah, just read Obadiah 1 and 1, and we're gonna drop down to verse 5.
Found this Obadiah chapter 1 and verse number 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom, Esau, Edom, which are the Caucasians today. Read.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Right, we're gonna rise up against her in battle. Go drop down to verse 5.
Verse
Just
5.
Talking about Esau, Edom. Read.
Verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night.
By what? By night. By night. They went to Venezuela by night. Read.
How art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
They gonna go into Venezuela and take all the minerals, the resources, and all the barrels of oil. Read.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
You think that the United States of America gonna go down there and leave some oil barrels there? No, they're gonna take all of it. It's in their nature to just take everything. Read.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Mm-hmm.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Right. Drop down to verse 9.
Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall
Mm-hmm.
he be dismayed?
Right.
To the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
And this goes back to all of y'all point. All of them are going to be cut off by slaughter once the Yahweh Shah returns. They doing all this evil. We're going to tell you why. Read 10, King.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Right. The violence that they doing to our Northern Kingdom brothers in Venezuela, shame cover them. Read.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Say that one more time, King. What's going to happen to them after they've been having the violence, the robbing, the stealing, the hatred towards the 12 tribes of Israel? What's going to happen?
Thou shalt be cut off forever.
I say no more. Oh, yeah.
Khan. You had something, Paul?
Hey, man. Y'all nailed that in the coffin. I ain't got no more to say about that. Death and destruction to Esau, Edom. Shoot.
We're in all our enemies, all our adversaries, which are
Right.
83, Psalms 83 on down, because they see us. You got to think about it. These other nations see the duress that he putting us through. Our Northern Kingdom's brothers going through it. The Southern Kingdom's brothers going through it. Do you think these other nations don't come and rescue us and say, leave them people alone? Y'all beating them down so bad, leave them alone. Let's let them have their own. No, so they are what's the word? They are mingled with Edom. They're working alongside Edom. So that lets you know they don't care about us. If you see a nation, we too busy watching damn monks walk down the street than to see what's going on in these nations, man. If it was Black, Hispanic, and Native American seeing another nation get beat down, don't you think we'll say something? Yes. These other nations, the Arabs, the Chinese, they do not care. You're a nigger to them.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, King. That's the spirit. I got my precept. Give me Psalms 83. Give me Psalms 83. Because that right there is going to go hand in hand with what you just said, King. Right. Go ahead and read that for me.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1.
Come on, bring it on.
Keep now thy silence, O God. Mm-hmm. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O God.
Come on, verse
Below,
2.
Thy enemies making a tumult.
Mm-hmm.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Keep going.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They did what? Say it again.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They mingle with all these other nations to take crafty counsel against us. Keep going.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
We are the hidden ones. The 12 tribes of Israel are the hidden ones. Keep going.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They have all came up to say, come, let's cut them off. Because these are the chosen people of the Most High God. We see that. We know that. So we got to keep them down, because if they come together, J. Edgar Hoover said best. The worst thing, basically, I'm just paraphrasing, the worst thing in this whole world right now is Negro unity. And that's basically the whole 12 tribes of Israel come together. Keep going.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
No more in remembrance. That's why they giving us this Christianity. They giving us Islam. They giving us all these religions to keep us divided and separate and doing all manner of idolatry, keeping us in sin. Keep going.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
Keep going.
That are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee. And this is going to be the list of nations of this. Go ahead, verse 6.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ishmaelites.
Uh-huh.
Of Moab.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hagareans. Mm-hmm. Nabal and Ammon. And Amalek.
Mm-hmm.
And the Philistines. Thieves. With the inhabitants of Tyre.
See there? All these nations. And they're not going to be spared. They're going to get it too. But Most High is using them to come against America right now. But they're going to still get theirs too. Most High is going to put it on the spirit of all these nations to attack each other.
Right.
So, hey, I yield with that. All praise
Yeah,
on go to the
the
Most High,
main
man.
thing is that verse 6. So he said they consulted together. They working together
Mm-hmm.
on this. You don't think the Ishmaelites know that Venezuela had all this oil over there? They said, hey, they're gonna they're gonna get rid of, they're gonna put us to shame, man. You gotta, America, y'all gotta do something about that. And if you
Right.
think about it, Trump went over and sat down with the princes of Saudi Arabia not too long ago. We could find that article. So you don't think that was in the discussion? With this oil thing? You don't think he sat down over there and said, hey, he brought that up? But we'll get more into deeper than that on a later date. But hey, all these nations are confederate against the Israelites.
That's right.
That's facts though. That's fact though, man. So man, there we have it, man. Lord willing, that was edifying through the spirit, man. And I appreciate y'all brothers being on here, but we gonna let our people know. But we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah. Shalom, Lord, with a brother, sister, have a beautiful Shabbat through the spirit. Shalom.